The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, I tell you, make friends for yourselves with dishonest wealth, so that when it fails, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. The person who is trustworthy in very small matters is also trustworthy in great ones. And the person who is dishonest in very small matters is also dishonest in great ones. If therefore you are not trustworthy with dishonest wealth, who will trust you with true wealth? If you are not trustworthy with what belongs to another, who will give you what is yours? No servant can serve two masters. He will either hate one and love the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. The Pharisees, who loved money, heard all these things and sneered at him. And he said to them, You justify yourselves in the sight of others, but God knows your hearts. For what is of human esteem is an abomination in the sight of God. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today's Gospel is one of those Gospels where maybe instead of reading the words, we should allow the words to read us, to read our inner hearts. It's been said that a gentleman once excused his lack of religious practice to St. Catherine of Siena, saying he was too busy with temporal affairs. To which she answered, It is you who make them temporal. Our sanctification requires us to direct all of our actions in service to God. We can't allocate some time to God and some time to our worldly affairs. Rather, everything that we do should become a type of service to God by doing things with upright motivation and being just and charitable. In this regard, the disposition of our possessions expresses the disposition of our inner self, of our hearts. In our gospel today, that which is another refers to impermanent, temporal things. And when we worship possessions and cling to them, we can be separated from God. That which is your own refers to goods of the Spirit, which are things that we really do possess because they will go with us to eternal life. If we are faithful, generous, and detached in the use of temporal riches, excuse me, we will receive the reward of eternal life. By its very nature, human life is a fabric of little things. Everything in which we have a part, even holiness, is a fabric of small trifles, which, depending upon our inner intentions, can form a magnificent tapestry of heroism or degradation, of virtues or of sins. Even small acts of sin have a bigger impact than what we want to admit. But so do small acts of love and caring and honesty. Thérèse of Lisieux based her little way on this, saying that fidelity is the flower of love, to which nothing is little. To be faithful in small things is the flower of love. is the way to God. I know when we reflect and kind of do a review of our conscience, it's our bigger faults that tend to draw our attention. But God sees not just our failures, but also recognizes our efforts and intentions to do good. I sometimes catch myself thinking about the particular judgment, my own particular judgment when we stand before the Lord. Sometimes I think of He will instantly reveal all of the faults, all of the failures, all of the things that I failed to do. But that's not really the heart of God or the mind of God. I think rather God will show us all of the wonderful good things that we did in our life and the fruits of those good things. God is merciful. Even dishonest wealth can enable a person to practice virtue in such ways as making restitution, for paying for damage done, striving to help our neighbors by giving alms. Jesus is concerned with what's in your heart right now, in the present. He's not preoccupied with the past. Offer to God the small ways in which you're already faithful. Give thanks and ask for God's strength to do more, to make good judgments about the balance that's required between your spiritual growth and the circumstances of your life, to make service to God the ultimate meaning of your life. And when you struggle, call upon the Immaculate Heart of Mary to guide you in your interior life.